Ooh, okay, so quick location update. I'm down in Kent for the weekend. I'm just in the car wash at the moment, getting the car washed, obviously. But I've been talking to a young lad called Jack on one of the koi forums, and I thought it'd be really cool for me to do a pond review. I've been looking at his pond online. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't think he's built it long ago, but he's got some nice fish in there, and the pond looks really nice. So because it's only about half an hour away from my in-laws, I thought to get out of the house, I'll go and check it out. So I've been in contact with him for the last week, so I've asked him what's occurring, can I come down and have a little look, stick it on the channel. So it's something that I'm planning on doing a lot of in the future, is pond reviews. So let's see how this one pans out, and I'll get back to you when I'm on location. Location. Right, lovely. It's a little bit dark, but we've just turned up at me Mucker G's Jack's pond. You're in for a treat. Let's spin you around. Oh, there we are, Jack. How you doing, big balls?
All good.
Well then, this is your little hole in the ground.
Yep.
Fantastic. That's a hell of a window, pal.
Yep.
What's the size of that, Jack?
That's 2 metres by 1 metre. Obviously we've lost a little bit on the edges and at the bottom where we had to put the rebate in, but yeah, just under 2 metres by 1 metre.
Mate, that looks so good. You know that where it disappears?
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's amazing.
We was debating whether to put like a brick course at the bottom and then do like the coping carrying on. But then we said we'd rather have it like the infinity style, so it sort of just looks like
it's amazing.
Creeping over the edge. Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that I wish I'd done on my pond, which might happen at middle of next summer if I extend it, which I probably will. Amazing, mate. So what gallonage is this, Jack?
Roughly about 4,500 gallons. Yeah, we wasn't too sure what to expect at first.
4,500.
It's over, just touched 4,500 gallons.
It's amazing.
Yeah, 2 bottom drains, aerated bottom drains.
And guys, unfortunately it's gone dark since I've got you, but if you could see the view here, there's a valley up that way. Absolutely fantastic. Here's a quick question for you.
Yep.
Any problems with predators around this area?
No, not as of yet.
Good.
We see a few red kites and stuff, but they're not really interested in the fish, I don't think. See them circling around, and yeah, no, nothing as of yet, so touch wood.
That's
amazing.
Right on that front. How long's the pond been up and running then, Jack?
It's fairly new. I think it's been running, just over 3 months. So yeah, in its infancy still, but everything's going all right at the moment, touch wood.
That's good, that's good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the construction of it obviously is block on flat, is it?
Yeah, it's all 9-inch blocks laid flat. Yeah, it's all a self-build pretty much. We just had professionals in to do the tiling. It's all pretty much been done with me and my mates. Yeah.
So, fiberglass.
Yep.
Insulated.
Yep.
25mm Kingspan.
25mm Kingspan insulation. Yep.
Great minds. Great minds.
Yeah, fiberglass. That was all done by myself and my mate.
How satisfying is it doing it yourself?
It was good. We sort of paced ourselves out. We done sort of like after work when obviously it was sort of more summertime, so we had longer nights. We sort of come here after work, done a couple hours here and there. You know, I think we've done about 4 or 5 sessions on it, sort of thing. Yeah. Got it done.
Amazing.
Yeah, we was happy with it. There's two coats of top coat on there.
Covered as you're doing it?
No cover. Do you mean a pergola or like
Yeah, kind of a cover on it to keep one of your fiberglass in.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah, no, we had a massive scaffolding structure, a big tin lid.
Yeah.
Massive.
Nice.
Proper big scaffolding cover.
Proper job
fiberglass, luckily I know a scaffolder, so we got that done.
It's handy when you know someone in every trade.
Definitely. That was an eyesore. We was glad when it come down, but
but it's like my missus when she wakes up in the morning. Do you know what I mean? The beauty is when the slop's on.
Yeah.
Don't look at this, Yasmin. His missus is called Yasmin as well.
Is, yeah.
I'm talking about my missus, by the way. Yeah, amazing. 2 bottom drains.
2 bottom drains, yep.
They're spin drifters, aren't they?
Spin drifter bottom drains, yeah. I normally only have the back air on like
yeah.
we was discussing
Yeah,
earlier.
of
I'm going
course.
to turn the front one on and off sort of as of when.
This shag is amazing. He loves it, doesn't he?
Very friendly, yeah.
And on the floor, if you put a gradient to the drains on the floor as well.
So I think we had a 4-inch fall,
4 inch
all the way
fall,
around
that's
to the
perfect,
side,
isn't it?
and then in between the 2 bottom drains is sort of flat level,
Yeah,
straight, and then it
yeah.
tapers in 4 inches all the way around,
That's nice.
down into the middle.
That's nice.
Yeah, so a nice little fall, and then obviously we've got the corners rounded off
Yeah.
on each side.
So, what else? Outlets.
Yeah, we've got 6 returns, including the
Returns,
blade.
yeah.
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 The blade's a 6th one. Obviously, that can be all turned off. They can all be adjusted. So it basically creates sort of like a clockwise motion.
Yeah.
With the returns, that was the plan, sort of because of the shape of the pond.
Why does everyone
Does it
always do it
awkward?
clockwise? Mine does
Yeah.
it clockwise as well.
Yeah.
I think it's ingrained in a man's mind. When you're
Yeah.
having a pee down the toilet, you always see
Yeah,
it
go
go that way.
clockwise.
Don't mess with nature. That's
No.
the way it wants to spin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got on different walls, are they? To
Yeah,
create...
yeah. So I think we've got 2 over there, 1 there, 2 there, and then obviously the blade and then skimmers in the back left corner.
Yeah.
So it obviously comes from the strongest returns which are there.
Yeah.
Brings it round and then back and
Catches
sort of going towards the skimmer.
How does the skimmer work? Because you've got loads of trees
Yeah,
around here.
um,
They're obviously you've had
yeah.
some high winds lately.
It wasn't as much of a problem as we thought it was going to be with the leaves. I mean, the pond did take on quite a few leaves.
Yeah.
But you sort of turn your head and look back, and the skimmer had sucked them all in.
Yeah.
Obviously, what did sink to the bottom drain handled them well.
Yeah.
All I had to do is maybe 3 or 4 times I had to actually take my wave chute off of the
Yeah.
drum, get in there with like a stick,
Yeah.
and pull some of that just to take the load
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
drum.
Well, we'll look at the drum in a minute, and we'll
Yeah.
remember that because I've
Yeah.
got a question about that drum and that problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about it for out here, but we'll have another look around in a minute. And I love the copings are amazing, and they really bounce off the
definitely.
mosaic tiles.
Yeah.
These are ceramic tiles on the outside, aren't they?
Porcelain. It's all
Porcelain, that's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
These
yeah.
are natural though, aren't they? Or these
That's porcelain as
Oh,
well.
is it?
Yeah. Yeah, polished edge.
Oh, I can
porcelain,
feel
yeah.
underneath. Yeah. That's class.
Yeah.
And you're just up high enough so the fish are not going to catch
Yeah, I
themselves.
mean, I didn't want to go too far with it, but it's sort of just over the wall.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect. I had a problem with my pond. I put a couple of little tags in the corner to accept some a cover.
Yeah.
And I noticed one of my fish had a little bit of a. They feed in one corner with my coffee feeder, and they have a bit of a scrap for it, and one of them scraped their nose.
Thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah, so I rounded that off,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's little things like that you learn over the course of the life of the pond, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely. I mean, it's not finished, the pond. I don't know.
It's never finished?
No, I don't know when it'll be finished.
Never finished?
I'm toying with the idea maybe next year putting sort of a pergola, solid roof lights on the roof sort of thing,
Yeah,
but then obviously
class.
I lose the aspect of going up the stairs and viewing from
You
the
do.
top. So
Yeah.
I have to weigh up the options.
Yeah, you do. That's the fight that I've got in my mind at the moment with my pond.
Yeah.
Because my house is on a bit of a hill, so I've got a 3-story house. So
You've
when
got
you
a
walk,
balcony, haven't you?
yeah, I've got like the decking that I look down on. I do love that,
Yeah.
but I also want to put a roof on it.
Yeah.
If I kept the pond the same size it is now, I'd be able to look down into it. But I do plan on pulling it back to get it to about 3,000 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's class. But we'll have a look around the outside in a minute. Let's go up the top.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Access at the minute, so it's got a hopper wall.
Yeah, that's all right. Right, so Jack's got a pretty unique view from up here.
Just watch your step on that.
Yeah.
bit there.
So the roof is fiberglass as well,
Yeah,
Jack.
it's all fiberglass roof, yeah.
It's that's lovely, isn't it? Mate, this is exactly the same view as I've got with my pond.
Yeah,
Every morning
it is
I
nice,
come
yeah.
out.
I don't think I want to lose it, but I have
No,
the roof
that's the
apart.
problem.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit murky in there at the moment. Done a bit of a
Well,
doing a bit of cleaning up
yeah,
this
doing a
morning.
bit of spring clean to impress.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's perfect though. It's lovely,
yeah,
and that's still good water, mate. There's nothing wrong with that.
no,
But you've got a good view of the drains from here.
yep,
And the chamfers in the corner there.
Yeah.
So it's a cool shaped pond, to be honest.
I mean-
you've utilised the space you've had, isn't it?
that's what we've done. Mainly, we wanted to fit the sort of biggest we could in
Yeah.
this space. This wasn't really the original shape. It was sort of like a diamond shape to
Yeah.
cut them front corners off, and then
I
thought,
got you.
That's going to be really awkward to try and do, and then also I'm losing a lot of pond.
Mate,
So,
yeah. If you would have pulled the diamond shapes in from the corners of the window,
Yeah, basically.
that's about 200 gallons each, I reckon. Those
probably,
little corner
maybe
bits,
even more,
maybe even more. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have been worth it in the end. It probably took about 6 months of planning really before we actually started to build this, and then it changed along the way, and things changed. So I was definitely happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and I can imagine a couple of deck chairs up here, mate, in the summer.
That's the plan. That's
Be
the
lovely.
plan.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, everyone knows in my house the magic happens in the bedroom, and in a pond it happens in the pump house. So let's go and see the beating heart of the beast. My personal favourite part of any pond is the pump house. After you, Jack.
Thank you.
Who lives in a pump house like this? Do you remember that programme?
Oh, I don't know that
Through
one.
the keyhole, that's proper old, mate. So anyway, right, Jack boy,
Here we are.
what is going on in here then? I think this is probably one of the tidiest pump houses I've ever seen, and I am jealous.
Thank you.
Run through, mate, run through.
Yeah, so straight from the bottom drains, skimmer straight into the drum, all 4-inch.
Like that.
And then we go into a Burton's drum.
I almost got the Burton's drum.
Yeah, it's a 700
So at this point, I was going to say, Jack, you've got a dirty poo pipe.
BD 700.
So yeah, it's taking care of the leaves. This is the one question I wanted to ask you, because Burton's drums, I thought they had the jets which clear that.
Right, I think that comes on the more newer ones.
Right. Okay. So this is just.
Because, but I'm not too sure how they work. Because obviously this drum's sealed at the end, where the jets.
Oh
would
right.
be
Okay.
Over there, so. But,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I haven't really had a problem as such. I've
No.
just been sort of.
Yeah, but yeah,
Pushing it
again,
along.
you know, I mean, that's a big tray, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot to block up that. Everything else is just going to go.
Yeah, and it goes 4-inch out and then into 3-inch.
And that's your overflow, is it?
Yeah, that's an overflow.
I like
just
that.
Bang on the limit.
Was that in there already, or was
That's
that?
in there already. Yeah,
right.
that
Okay.
comes with
That's
it.
cool. That's a nice addition.
Yeah, and yeah.
That's cool.
So we got built-in UVs.
Amalgam, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
280 watt
Nice.
UV bulbs.
Yeah.
Skimmer. We got the. That's a bit stiff. Got the
Yeah.
built-in.
Overflow.
Trickle out, yeah,
Yeah. You've got good pull in that.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about your pond, but I'm going to talk about mine.
Yeah.
I've just got the new Awaz drum, like you've seen,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about putting my skimmer on a 2-inch into a 4-inch, and whether I get the pull.
Right,
but
yeah.
to be honest, it looks like you've getting a nice pull here
so,
anyway.
yeah, I mean it does deal with things. You can see when
Yeah.
food starts coming towards it. I mean it's
I
quite
can
slow.
see it. I can see the current from there going
yeah,
through.
it does go there. I mean, we didn't put a weir in there because
No.
obviously we thought, well, I brought it into 4-inch, it's just going to end up being too much pressure
Yeah.
for the weir, and it's just going to collapse it.
Yeah, and
Like,
you've
you know,
got-
you get them floating ones.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's class. So that's
Yeah.
actually made my mind up to do mine.
yeah.
And what flow you got? What pumps?
We got two 20,000 pumps. I run the one straight from the drum at full capacity.
Right, so
Full
20,000.
power, yeah,
Okay.
And then I've got that one on full at the moment for the bio, but that's normally run at 50%.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you pull. So you pull out of the drum.
Yep. So basically, we come the middle one. There's 3 pipes.
Yeah.
Obviously, returns on
Yeah.
the other side. One's blanked off. The middle one goes outside of the room
Yeah.
underground, joins back into the bio.
Right.
Then that goes out into one pump, goes up
Yeah.
outside of the room. And
Right.
then it goes into an air source heat pump.
Right,
which
got
is
ya.
Over the back corner.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then that comes back in from here.
Yeah.
And that's split between 3 returns. And that's
Right.
why we've got red on there
Yeah.
to represent
Just
my heated
regular.
line.
Yeah.
And then obviously they go back to where they go. This one comes up and goes into a backup heater.
Yeah. That's a
which
good idea.
obviously
Yeah.
is turned off at the moment. And then the other one, it comes straight out of the drum, down into a pump, goes up, and then into my 3 non-heated. I know it's all the same temperature, but we
Yeah,
just say it
yeah,
for
yeah,
ease.
of course, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
non-heated returns,
And that's the
that
heated
spreads
return,
out,
yeah.
So that deals with the 6 returns.
Okay. So you've
Yeah.
got. So they're both. So one's on maximum. What's the other one on? Did
Yeah,
you say?
yeah, it is on max. At the
They're
moment.
both on max, but
I
you're going to
normally
lose a
run
little
this-
bit on you.
I
Yeah.
normally run this one on 50%.
Right.
So,
Okay. Amazing. Right. Okay. obviously you lose a little bit from all the pipe work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The drive train, as it were.
Definitely.
But that's still a good flow, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then obviously we've got the control box for the drum here.
Yeah.
Everything, obviously pumps and UVs all powered on there.
They all come from Burton's, don't they? That's all like
Burton's, that's sort of like their little
a bit of an
panel
extra, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of an extra. I had them make me this one as well to hold all the boxes and all the pumps and spare sockets.
That's a good thing with Burton's, isn't it? And it's local to you. You can go down there and talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's the air pump for the bottom drain.
What size is that? 45, is it?
45. Yeah. And then we've got the bigger one up here.
For the.
This is for the.
This is Beast.
Yeah.
And you got just K1 in there, is it?
It's Burton's own brand.
Oh right, yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that stuff.
There's 250 litres in there at the moment.
Yeah, it's really good surface area on there, isn't it?
I think I'm going to put another 50 to 100 litres in there, maybe.
Looks like you could put some more in there.
Yeah.
It's moving quite freely, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And then you've got your trickle in there.
That's the trickle in, yeah, that's powering away at the moment.
And you're just running it through this at the moment, are you?
That, yeah, but I do put in a cap of dechlorinator every day just to make sure.
Right, okay. You're thinking about getting a big blue at any time?
Yeah, I mean, I probably will upgrade it to a big
Yeah,
blue,
they're handy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think.
Fit one down there or something.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit more space, but yeah, and then.
And you're obviously using the Blue Lab Guardian.
Blue Lab on there.
I've recently got one of those about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I know you haven't calibrated yours yet. Again,
I did. It's run out. It's over.
I know. Yeah, I need to do mine as well. And you know what? I couldn't find the solution, so I had to buy some from Finch.
Yeah.
Finch filtration. I don't think he's the cheapest, is he? But I know that if I've ever got a problem with water prams, because I spent money with him, he's meant to be really good and spend time and talk to you. So that's why I've spent an extra couple of quid just to gain his knowledge if I ever wanted to. Do you know what I mean? We're talking as well, me and Jack were talking about TDS levels in up this way around around the M25 really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you his address because he's got some nice fish. But 570 TDS, I'm no expert. But mine down in Wales is like 80, 90. It's crazy about how, different all the water qualities around the UK is. I don't know what it would be up north like. I think it's just around big built up areas. I think they've got to treat it more vigorously, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they're putting like stuff in there to keep it safe. And
I mean, I even found traces of nitrite in my tap water when I was
really?
Which is,
that's mad, isn't it? That's mad. I wouldn't hate to think what that is.
No, that's mad, yeah.
That's come from an old people's home toilet or something like that. Yeah. Right then, here he is, Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman. What's here, bro? Look, he's even cutting the toenails of the koi there.
That's come with the mic.
Yeah, I like it, mate.
Put on there for display.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think, needs a way of scraping and checking their fish, don't they? Because I know around my way, no one does it.
No.
So it's not even an option of me going, I'll take a scrape of the mucus to somewhere to have a look. They wouldn't have a bloody clue.
No.
So I think I got a different one to that.
Yeah.
I think mine was only about 100 quid or something like that.
That was quite inexpensive, my one there. But
Yeah.
I found parasites with it. I've got on with it.
Exactly.
It does the job, so it sits there until I need it.
Yeah, no, they're a good bit of kit. It's a good thing to have because I think a scrape. Someone was saying the price of a scrape is about 75 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
One scrape is literally the price of a microscope, so you may as well get it. And to be honest, I've had many amazing nights looking at my own mucus. I might be old, but they're still vigorously moving around. I wonder if Fluke Resolve will get rid of those.
Maybe.
Right, so what we're going to do now, guys, is have a look at some of Jack's fish, and he's going to talk us through the breeders, etc., etc. Wowzers!
This is the big garden one.
She's so big, I reckon if you spin her around, she'd have tits. Yeah, beautiful.
So this is from Case.
This is a case, okay.
Yeah. And she's 4 years old, and I think she's pushing 80.
80 cm.
70 odd 80, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And obviously you've gone all out, haven't you, and sort of like got this pond made and then dropped a little bit of wedge just to get it stocked up so it looks nice.
Pretty much.
Because there is two ways to do it, isn't there? There's a way where you can just buy mature fish and make it look impressive straight away, or you can just do it the budget way, which is
I mean,
you know, as good, but you'll have to wait 4 years for it.
Of course, there's plans to buy smaller fish like we was discussing just to grow them.
And it is interesting. That's really, you know, when I first had my pond, I was in the mindset of, yes, I'm going to get some massive fish. But then, I don't know, I just really like the thought of growing them on and seeing them change, you know.
Not the best at netting, so. The old friendly chag.
Oh, yes. So where's this chag from? And it is friendly, guys, trust me.
It is from Marahero.
Nice. Do you know what? I had a Marahero chag.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, before I knew a little bit more, I actually lost it last year with a bacterial problem.
Yeah.
But you never know; they could have been twins.
Yeah, she's putting on a bit of weight.
She's got a lovely,
nice body.
lovely body on her.
Yeah.
Scales are amazing. The filtration is lovely, in that. I love that word. Filtration.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely. Look at that, and that's what makes a chag, isn't it?
And that's the pig of the pond, the definite.
She loves it, does she?
Most people's ponds, isn't it? The chag's always like the greediest.
Yeah. And that's one thing that my pond's missing, actually, is a chag.
Yeah. Let's go for one more. See what we can get. So I can get that Ochiba. Or the century.
First come, first serve. Because to be honest, they're all amazing fish, and they all come from top farms, don't they? You're super lucky as well. We were talking, me and Jack, in the before I got here, that, you know, around this kind of M25, especially the southern ring of the M25, the southern part of it, there's so many amazing dealers in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is probably my favourite fish in the pond at the moment.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
A bit hard to see, really.
Yeah.
In the light, but
that sumi is proper black, though, isn't it? Yeah. And the Benny is coming on. What food are you feeding them? You're not feeding colour yet?
No, I just feed wheat germ.
Just wheat germ at the moment?
And I'll probably keep that all year round, to be fair.
Yeah. I reckon if you put that is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you put that on some colour as well, that Benny will really pop, like, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that. That's a lovely fish. And where's this one from?
That's Yamamatsu.
Yamamatsu. Yeah. That's a farm I'm not familiar with, so I'll research that one later on.
Yeah, no, she's definitely a nice fish.
Yeah, it's beauty. That's a beauty. That's about 70 cm, isn't it?
I think it's a bit small. I think it's around 60-ish.
60-ish, is it? But to be honest, the pond's a good size, and even the big fish in here kind of get lost, don't they?
All the fish, even bigger fish look small in here.
Yeah. It's a nice sized pond. Like, it is a nice sized pond, and to be honest, you know, I think that 4,500 gallons. I think between 3,000 and 5,000 gallons, I think it's a lot easier to get a real stable pond, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
The smaller ponds are, you know, the pH can variate so quick, through the day. It is. Yeah. Unless everything, that's one of the reasons I've gone for my drum, though. So everything's automated and everything happens at the same time every day, and it should become stable that way.
Yeah.
That was my one problem with my Nexus. It done an absolutely brilliant job, but, you know, going down there every 3 days on the button to change it, it could, you know, and when you're away, I go to France fishing, you know, you've got to ask a mate to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And
so definitely an easy way.
Yeah. It's fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Right then, Jack. Thanks for showing me around your pond, mate.
No worries.
I haven't been talking to Jack for that long, only a week or so, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think we met on a we didn't meet on Tinder or Grindr, but we would have matched. Trust me. But it's a passion for koi. That's a really good little
good group.
Good group on Facebook. Yeah, lots of knowledge on there.
Definitely.
But a couple of questions before we leave.
Go on.
Anything you do different if you were going to build it again?
Would I do anything different? I don't know. Maybe not try and rush myself as much with it, not stress out as much.
Yeah.
Take it in a stride, sort of get it done when it's done.
Because
yeah.
you know, you think it's a chore when you're doing it, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
But when it's done, you're kind of gutted.
It took my life over.
Yeah, but it's good, and then you've done it, and obviously you've got an amazing thing to look at. You can sit down here now on the patio, glass of wine, watch the fish.
Yeah.
But then you're always like, oh, that was really good, that bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, at the moment, probably not tons I'll change, but who knows, in the future I might find a few, flaws that might annoy me and that, but
that's it.
I think, apart from that.
There's always teething problems, but it looks to me like it's running like a champ.
Yeah.
What else? You going to tell us the price?
I don't want to remind myself.
Right, okay, we'll keep that one. We'll keep that one under wraps then.
Yeah, too much.
He'll whisper to me later on how much it was.
Yeah.
I can assure you, it certainly wasn't cheap.
What else? Any plans in any fish coming in the pond in the in the near future? Or are you going to wait now until the summer months?
I'm going to wait until the next year now for definite. I've already gone over my limit. What I said I'll put in before this.
As in price wise, or as in stock wise?
In stocking wise, because it's a new pond.
Of course,
I
yeah.
Crazy with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many fish now, seeing all the harvest, that I could definitely go.
I know.
Right.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
like I said,
I'll have that.
I
But
know.
I had to sort of stop myself and then say, right, we're going to wait and look forward to it in the new year. So when it warms up, I can get the temperature up a bit more.
That's it.
And then probably, maybe hopefully next year, maybe introduce another 5 or 6 fish throughout the year, sort of slowly.
Yeah.
And see how we go.
Fortunately, you can get a lot more fish in there, mate.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does sort of look empty at some point.
No, it's lovely.
Some points it sort of looks like, well, there's not many fish in there. But
Yeah.
we've got 15 fish in there at the moment.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, you've got to wait for it to mature, and after all, we don't just keep koi, we keep bacteria as well.
Yeah, of course,
so and you can buy that.
Yeah.
Well, you can, kind of in a
Sort
pot,
of,
but
sort of,
yeah.
it's not the same. Not as natural.
No. Anyway, Jack, thanks a lot for
problem.
for showing me this, and I hope you guys like my first pond visit. And if anyone's got a pond who they're quite proud of, and they and you live kind of within a reasonable distance from me, who knows? And if you can find me, I'll come.